y'all, welcome back to my video. Today I have another fun flip through for you. This is the MasterBooks geography curriculum it's for 4th through 6th grade. It's elementary geography and cultures, so it's kind of a social studies based curriculum. And if you've watched my previous video, you know that I just purchased the My Story curriculum, which is a social studies curriculum for the lower elementary grades. I bought this, even though it is 4th through 6th, I bought this to kind of coincide with that. So I'm going to match it up with that. So depending on what cultures we're studying in that curriculum, we will focus on that in here. And I'll kind of show you how that works in just a minute. So what you get in the package is the Children's Atlas of God's World, Passport to the World, your A to Z guided language tour, and the teacher guide, which comes, it's 3-hole punched, but it's loose. So it's not bound, so you can just pop it in a binder. So let me go through the teacher guide with you first. So the table of contents, you've got the using this teacher guide, the course objectives, the description, the suggested daily schedule, worksheets, quizzes, and answer keys. So here, let me push this together. Here you have the using this teacher guide. It's very much like the My Story curriculum as far as how it's laid out. And then you have the course description here. You have, once again, the wonderful daily schedule. They've laid this out in a 5-day-a-week plan, but obviously you can fix it to or tweak it to however you need to for your students and your school. Let me show you. So there's that. So this brings you up to 180 days of instruction as well. So it's a full year course. And so these are the worksheets to use you use these worksheets with the Passport to the World, which is this yellow book here. So I'm going to show you the worksheets real quick. So for instance, this says Armenia, pages 8 to 9, days 2 and 3, the Armenia worksheet. And so here you have questions for them to answer. And then on the back here, it has color the flag of Armenia, and then there is a recipe to make some traditional Armenian, it looks like pastry. Looks like a pastry. So it's called gata, if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. But I absolutely love being able to use cooking when I'm teaching social studies and geography, because to me that just makes it so much better. It brings it to life more. And so like for this one, this is day 5 and 6, and this is Bangladesh. And so you go through all of these. And then after you get through all the ones for the Passport book, you have the worksheets to use for the Children's Atlas of God's World. And it's kind of the same setup where it will tell you what pages you're going to be reading through, the days you're going to be using it, and then you've got these questions and they will answer them. And then on the back, there are additional activities. So this one says, make some food from a traditional Thanksgiving feast with your teacher. This might include turkey, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, rolls, and more, because this is North America and the United States. And then for this one, it's Mexico. Then it has a recipe for guacamole. That is pretty cool. So I love this. And so you get through all of this stuff. Once you get through the worksheets for all of the atlas, then you have the Children's Atlas of God's World quizzes. So you have the quizzes here. And then after the quizzes, let's see. Here we go. Then you have the answer keys for the worksheets. So these are the answer keys for the worksheets for Passport to the World. And then the answer sheets for the worksheets for the Children's Atlas. Sorry about that. I had a phone call come through. And then you have, after you have the answer key for the Children's Atlas of God's World for their worksheets, then you have the answer key for the quizzes. And then that is everything for the teacher guide. So it's a very low-key, very kind of, I feel like I want to call it family friendly, because it really bodes well for doing this in a group family setting. It's not, just for each individual student. And obviously you can copy these worksheets for each kiddo if you're doing it with multiple kiddos, but I'm going to show you real quick the insides of these books. So the first one is the Passport to the World. Inside the passport you have this really cute little paper passport. So each country, each time you go to a country, you are going to add a sticker there. And I like that they have proverbs and things down here from the different countries. You can order extra of these on their website, but at the moment I believe they are out of stock. So we probably will just use the one for our whole group, and I'll just let them take turns putting the sticker on each day. So this book is very much about the language. I love that this shows exactly how to use the passport book. So it tells you, that numbers everything and gives you a key about all of the things that are listed. Here's a map of your language journey. Obviously, we are not doing every country. That would take a long time. But I like that they are using, multiple countries from multiple continents. So it shows there which ones you will be going over. Talks about the history of language. And we know that this is a Christian-based curriculum because the company is Christian-based. So you're talking about the Tower of Babel and all of that good stuff. And then the first country, like we talked about, was Armenia. Okay. And so you have all of this information about Armenia that you will talk over or talk about with your children. And I like that it's super colorful. And then they'll have the worksheets to answer the questions. And then you just move on to the next country. So there's Bangladesh and the United States of America. I like that they're not just talking about English here. I like that they're talking about Native American language. That's really cool, because when you think about language in America, everyone just thinks English, but this is really cool, and they give you some phrases to say in Cherokee. And so that's what this book looks like. How pretty is this? It's a gorgeous book. Absolutely gorgeous. And then at the very end here, you have country facts at a glance. You have a little name that flag, name that country activity. Talks about breaking the language barrier, and there are some different resources here. And then you have the passport stickers in the back here. So that's what that book looks like. And then the Children's Atlas of God's World. Once again, this isn't a full atlas for all of the countries of the world. This is just the countries that you will be covering in this curriculum. So here's the introduction, has the table of contents, and it shows all of the countries you will be covering. I like down here they have all the key for all these different little symbols. And then the first one is North America, and so it has different little facts and things to talk about in North America. I like that it's not just focused on the United States, but it's focused on all of North America. And here we get into the United States itself. It's a couple pages about the United States. It's a big book. Then we go down to Mexico, Canada, and then you move on to South America. And that's kind of how it's set up through the whole book. You do an introduction for each continent, and then you visit some of the countries within that continent. And then in the back here, which is really neat, you have the different biomes of the world, and I love how they're color coded. This is really, really neat, because this could work great for science as well. There's a glossary of terms, government systems glossary, holidays around the world, and then you have your index. And so that is the Elementary Geography and Cultures curriculum from MasterBooks. I will put the website in the description box below. So you can go and check that out if you want to. If you have any questions, just post them in the comment box. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Thanks y'all for watching my video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.